Previously on Story Hoard.
There's something that we need to pick up, and if we don't do this, you know, the wastes, the lost wastes that happened for a reason a long time ago, and it might happen again in 3 months. Who knows?
What am I doing here?
Sildra's keeping an eye on they've kind of trailed behind Rami.
You start seeing familiar looking flyers. It's different than the last one you saw, but what stands out even more is the curious fine embellishments and the sparkling green handwriting that says, "A new act coming to a village near you."
Does this poster have information on where the next performance is going to be, or is this just a picture of the Heretics troupe? It exists.
When you flip over the poster, you do see the map of the southern part of the continent, and you can see little X's highlighted. Further to the south, definitely at the Dragga Highlands, is the largest X through it.
I was about to think our journey was going to be a lot shorter. I'm gonna keep this poster.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Are you good?
Yeah, totally fine. Should we find Sildra and
It's a barely contained market space. If you're not already together, it would not take much to be within eyesight of each other.
fair enough.
Mamori, did Abus ever mention there being another relic that he didn't get back?
Another relic? I assume that there were many.
No, but from when it was the bag was stolen from him. Because I'm thinking maybe Nasty has another relic.
Yeah, that's entirely possible. But he didn't mention that there were anything stolen.
But I mean, he's not really that observant, is he?
I think he would notice a missing relic, so whatever Nasty's gotten into is entirely Nasty's business. Nothing to do with Abus.
Sure. Definitely nothing to do with him.
So the teachers asked us to go and find that, that old city gate, and to check to see if it's still there. Are we gonna do that now, or are we gonna go find Nasty first? We're kind of already here, so...
Well, we have to pass through here again on the way back. I don't really want to go in there right now.
Neither do I. Neither do I. I mean, I think we should keep Jamila and Ty in mind if we do come back around, because, I mean, I know you don't trust them, but they know how to get in and out of the wastes, so...
If we go in there with them, we'll have the upper hand because of our rings.
Yes, and they have the experience in knowing how to survive. More, it kind of dissolves into more coughing. Anyways, not our
Are you
not
good?
our problem today. No, I'm fine. I'm fine. Listen, this sandy stuff is this is not our problem today. This is tomorrow's problems. We're just should get on the road as soon as possible. And
right. Maybe you should wear one of those scarves we got.
Yeah, I should. It's kind of a gritty atmosphere. All right. Everybody got what they needed. Where are Sildra and friggin' Rami right now?
Rami is fully loaded up. He hasn't quite burned through his travel money, but he's spent a decent amount on various candles and prayer tags. And you can see he's a little bit struggling to carry them all as he makes his way over to the back of the carriage to just throw them in there and push them over towards his pile of stuff. And he's like, okay, I think, I'm ready if you're all ready to get going. I think we still have kind of a ways to go, right?
Sildra gives a thumbs up that they're ready. They haven't bought anything, but they've been hanging around Rami throughout the entire shopping therapy moments.
Mm,
Okay, cool. All right, let's go.
nice. You all get back on the road, Smudge loaded up with all of the additional purchases, and leaving the Queso outpost, you guys start following the road south around the wastes, the long way towards the Dragga Highlands. And following Zephyrius's map, it's a very direct route south. And on your way there, you spend a few days just going straight.
I would like to have Sildra approach Rami, maybe like a couple days in, or
Mm.
just sometime when they have some downtime. Maybe when like Rami's praying or something.
Yeah, Sildra, you managed to catch Rami at one point. It's a little bit later in the afternoon. I think you guys are just about getting ready to start setting up for camp, and you've pulled over the wagon to kind of give Smudge a little bit of a rest, give you guys a chance to have a break for a snack. And Rami, over the last few days, has been trying to figure out the most efficient way to set up an altar in the smallest amount of time to easily break up and break down when you guys have these little pit stops. And he's done so on the side of the road and put together a makeshift collection of, like, old logs and, like, a candle or two as he takes a knee off to the side.
You're pretty adamant about making a shrine and everything. Bit fancy, don't you think?
He jumps when you approach him. He's like, oh, uh, well, I figure, the god of harvest, they'll be anywhere, if you just kind of call out for them, but I figure so far from home, it might be nicer to have something a little bit more. He gestures with his hands towards his little situation. I just thought maybe having a little something extra might encourage more presence and maybe a little bit more, I don't know, magic giving. I don't know how much sense this is making. This is.
Connection.
He leans back on his heels. I would go to the temple for the sake of my, my family and just kind of the routine of it. I've never been much of a magic student. It's all kind of new to me. I've never really had to rely on it as like a tool but being in the middle of all this, I feel like it's the only shot I have of not weighing anyone down out here.
That's why you're doing it?
I mean, I wanted to learn magic to be more useful, I guess. It's something I have the capacity for. He's holding his prayer beads this whole time and just kind of fidgeting with them. But he looks a little bit more put out and a little less like he's putting on a brave face than he has for the last few days. I mean, I've always been able to pull my weight pretty well and to lend a hand and be useful where I can be, but it feels like if I can do this, if the god of harvest is willing to give me this power, it's kind of my responsibility to accept that gift and then, I don't know, use it to do something. I feel like if I'm going to be involved in something like this, and gestures to Smudge in the back of your wagon and the situation as a whole, if I'm going to be involved in something like this, I'm going to have to be more than what I am right now. And I guess if that means really tapping into the harvest god and what they can give me and what I can do for them, I guess I'll do what I have to do.
And What if that's not enough for the god? If I... They're kind of struggling with their words a bit. You obviously, and I'm not... I'm not good with this kind of stuff. You know that Mateo has been very aware of your presence here, I assume?
I mean, sure. He's the one who invited me to come. I think he knows that I'm, here.
And he knows that you've kind of been a little distant since they gestured over to Smudge.
I'm not trying to freeze them out, I just want to make sure I can keep up,
Maybe tell them that, because all this, duty to the gods thing you have going on here, they kind of wave their hands around at the general vicinity of the shrine. If they don't come through for you, I don't want you to be hurting Mateo.
He looks down at his shrine and glances over in Mateo's general direction before sighing and disassembling it kind of slowly. But once he has everything packed away again, he looks over at you, Sildra, and claps a warm hand on your shoulder, and he says, "Thank you. And look, I know, it's your business, and I don't ever want to, snoop or pry or anything, but I always did like seeing you around at the temple. I always thought you were really funny. And I know it's, been a while, but I'm glad we can, get to know each other a bit more. You seem like a really good person, Sildra."
They kind of fidget a bit.
And you're also and he kind of grabs your shoulder. He's like, "You're a very thin person. Oh my God. Here." And he's now digging in his pockets. It's like, let's see. This should work. Here, have a snack. And he just kind of throws a baked good in your general direction.
Sildra catches it with one hand and then uses the other to facepalm and just mutters to themselves. Between you and Mamori, God.
Listen. Someone's got to make sure you're staying fed, all right?
I am. I have a high metabolism.
Listen, big adventure, big responsibilities on this road. High metabolism needs to keep up with it. So, and he finds another stray bag of nuts in his pocket. He's like, "And for good measure." Seriously. Thank you, Sildra. And he kind of goes back to the wagon where Mamori and Mateo are posted up.
Wait, can I say, when Mateo sees this interaction happening, at some point sees Rami hand on Sildra's shoulder, and just sighs very loudly and deeply, and just goes over to Mamori and is like, "Don't look now. I think it's happening."
Wait, what? Mamori instantly goes to spy on them during this entire conversation. So when you look over and you're walking over to go hang out where don't. Rami goes to hang out,
don't make it obvious.
Mateo is pulling Mamori back as she's been not so subtly monitoring this interaction.
As long as I've known Rami, he always gets a crush on someone stupid. Not that Sildra's stupid. Not that Sildra's stupid, but he probably already has a crush on you too.
What?
He probably already held hands or something.
I don't know if Rami and I have held hands, but
are you sure?
did. Like, I can't remember. That's about how much that interaction would have meant to me. I mean, if you want, we can hold hands right now. It doesn't really mean anything. Unless you decide it means something to you.
I think we
So-
should.
Okay. I mean, Mamori pats Mateo on the fluffy head. I think you
What's
should.
wrong with my
You
hand?
should just. Dang it. I don't know how to deal with this. So cute. Mateo.
It's not feeling magic at all right now. It's safe, I promise.
God. Mateo. Mamori like turns and looks at Mateo. Talk to him.
What? Why?
Because you're obviously feeling insecure, and I think the way that Rami likes me is very different from the way that he likes you.
Well, yeah, you people have just met each other. But whatever.
That's not what I mean. Talk to him. Try to tell him how you feel.
Why won't you hold my hand?
I can hold your hand. Sure, I'll hold your hand. Mamori holds Mateo's hand.
Every person in this group is a disaster.
Oh my god. Rami starts walking up. Hey guys, what's did I miss something here? Kind of looking between Mateo and Mamori. Sorry.
Mamori holds out her hand to Rami without saying anything.
holds Mamori's hand back. Confused smile.
Zelda!
What?
We're holding hands.
Rami holds out his hand.
You certainly are.
Get over here. You need to hold our hands too.
Why?
Because this is the bonding moment that we're having.
Sildra looks very perplexed, but they come over and they hold hands.
Mamori, like, inhales. Alright, is everybody good? We're all good?
I think so.
Go team.
Go team! Mamori lifts her hands.
Ooh.
Rami has gone from kind of like confused smile to genuinely laughing at this interaction, which is like the first really hearty laugh he's had since you fought the cultist. And he's
Poor baby.
holding your hand, Mamori, and your hand, Sildra, and he's just like squeezing as he like doubles over.
Sildra pats his back.
And he straightens up. Go team!
Yes, go team. Mamori, like, looks at Sildra. Actually, drops hands, gets up. Hey, Sildra, I think I saw a stream over there. For fishing.
Narrows eyes.
Do you want to go check it out with me?
Sure. Why not? It's been a few days.
Alright, Mamori, grabs onto Sildra and hauls away in some general direction.
They just,
Away from
they
the
just
waist,
barely
away from the
catch their
waist.
fishing pole before they're dragged off.
Perfect.
So, build any good shrines lately?
Uh,
I
his
know his work.
Rami's big, lighthearted smile kind of fades a little bit at that. He's kind of looks back over his shoulder where his shrine was, and the remnants of the assembled logs and rocks are still there. Just sans his god figurines. He says, "I'll be honest, that last one kind of sucked. It's it, the balance was all off, and some of this wood was kind of rotted through. The god of harvest decided to put me on the back burner for a few days. I honestly wouldn't blame them."
Yeah, you're usually much better with wood.
Termite-eaten wood from underneath a rotting tree is a little bit, I think I could get there eventually.
Yeah. Mateo takes out the little Sabir dog wooden thing that Rami made for him.
Mhm.
It lasts pretty good too.
He smiles at that. That is one of the ones I'm still, most proud of. It's old, but, that was kind of the first one of those that I did that I was, proud enough to give away and not just throw under my bed. He was a good boy.
Yeah, he was.
He clears his throat, still staring at the carving of Sabir. I'm sorry, if I've been weird the last few days. It's not you. I'm just trying to make sure that you don't regret bringing me along in all of this. And if that means making sure that I'm in the good graces of the harvest god so that I'm as magicked up as I can get, I just don't want to mess this up for you, or the world.
No, if I regret bringing you, it won't be your fault. Anyway, let's think of something nicer.
He laughs. He's like, I mean, as far as places to hang out in the woods go, I mean, this is honestly probably the better places to hang out. I know we're on a time limit, but I mean, if we camped here, I mean, we've got River for Silja, perfect. Some nice clearing, some fruiting trees for Smudge. She seems like she's getting a kick out of this. She says, "Oh, I am."
God.
She's working her way through a berry patch. Honestly, I mean, this is kind of a gorgeous spot. And he pulls out the map to see where you guys are at. He's like, "Oh, we're entering the Zelio Forest. Interesting. Okay, I'd say we're about another 2 days away from Dragga. I think we're making some pretty good time." And hey, Mateo, go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
Okay. 15 plus 2, 17.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Mateo, on that 17, this conversation is much more pleasant than you've had with Rami over the past few days. And
okay, sorry.
And
This was a terrible conversation. Rami hates you.
compared to the kind of stilted silences and less than open conversations you've had, this moment right now is genuinely kind of nice. And like Rami was saying, it's a beautiful patch of woods that you happen to be in. It's a gorgeous summer day, and as you're kind of letting yourself enjoy this moment, you can hear general forest sounds going on about you. And as you glance around, you can see, again, forest creatures, birds, squirrels, the like, running through and enjoying the natural environment. But something catches your eye. in the underbrush. And the closer you look, you're able to kind of pick out a pair of golden eyes blinking back at you from the face of a gopher. And the gopher blinks and scurries back under the underbrush. And as you look around again, you notice now a falcon in the trees overhead that stares back at you with another set of golden eyes before flying off.
So you said we were like next to like some woods.
You're in the Zelio forest, which is the domain
Wasn't that
of
the place where people were like, "Don't go there. The god is real mean. Will not like."
perhaps Mamori and Sildra. Let's blink over to you for a minute.
There was no stream. Mamori made it up.
There is now.
Does Mori say that?
Yeah.
Specifically in the third person.
I'm sorry. There was no stream. I made it all up. I just wanted to give Mateo and Rami a minute.
I mean, I kind of figured. Was that not supposed to be obvious?
Well, I thought
Was that supposed to be discreet?
I was being pretty subtle. Was I not being subtle?
Silver doesn't say anything.
All right, fine. All right, Mamori takes an apple out of her bag and has a snack. And looks around.
And Mamori, as you're looking around, enjoying your wonderful apple snack, you can also kind of appreciate just how peaceful and pristine these woods are. Again, it's a beautiful summer day, and it's picturesque as far as the clearing you guys find yourselves in. You notice a few critters running back and forth. You see butterflies dancing in the breeze. And one in particular bounds up to the two of you.
No! Sorry, continue. This butterfly bounds up? This butterfly
Bounding
bounds
butterfly.
up, Grace?
I was going to say, not a butterfly, a chipmunk from the woods
Nope!
scampers up between the two of you, looking inquisitively at your apple, Mamori.
Mamori hucks the apple as far as possible. Roll to throw. Can I roll to throw?
chuck.
Grace? Roll to chuck. I'm so excited. I haven't gotten to use my dice in a minute. I don't know how to do all this feeling stuff. I just want to punch. I don't know how to do the rest of it. That's a 16 plus 3 for strength. I don't know what you would roll for throwing.
I mean, you chucked that apple 50 yards. Easy. This thing is gone. And the chipmunk startles back and looks at how far you threw that thing and says,
God, no! It doesn't know! No!
That's quite the arm you have on you.
Mamori screams. Mamori grabs Sildra and runs. Nope.
Do you even know where you're going?
We're going back. We're getting Mateo. We're getting Rami, and we're getting out of here. I'm not dealing with more talking animals.
Are we going in the right direction?
why don't you roll and find out? You guys just kind of went off in a direction, and now Mamori's scared. Do you remember the way back, Mamori? Why don't you roll a wisdom check?
Okay, that's a 19 plus 2 for wisdom. That's a 21.
Damn. Oh, you super
Mamori-
remembered the way back.
Mamori was like, get friends, get out.
Map memory.
Oh my god, you have, like, Sildra, like thrown over your shoulder, or however you guys are booking it back to the cart, and you are there in a flash. Smudge like startles as you like bust through the clearing. She's like, "Where's the threat?"
Nope. There's talking animals. We're out. Guys, it's time to go. It's time to go. We're not spending the night here. I'll pull myself if we have to. It's time to go. We gotta go. Momori starts packing up frantically.
Whoa. Rami's kind of like trying to calm her down. He's like, what did you see in there? What's going on?
A chipmunk talked to her.
There was a chipmunk. It talked to me. I'm done. Momori continues to frantically pack things.
Well, what did it say?
Well, what happened? I threw an apple. Because it approached, which I wasn't ready for. And then it started talking to us, and then I really wasn't ready for that. And now we're leaving.
Yeah, it might not be just the chipmunk.
What makes you say that?
There's some animals over here with glowing eyes. Might be related. So we don't touch the wood. Be nice to the trees. Just like a general note to everyone while we're here.
Well, I wasn't planning on not being nice to the trees, but now I'm terrified.
Well, be careful where you throw things. The next time you see a squirrel, I don't need you like throwing a spear into a tree and then we get the whole forest up in arms.
It was an apple. Please, it was only an apple. I don't... How are you all about this?
We have a talking horse.
Well, Smudge is cool. Sorry, Smudge. I should have saved you that apple.
It's fine. I wasn't even all that hungry.
Sniffs in the other direction.
I have another one.
Whips head back around at you, and as she does that, you notice a little butterfly on her nose that also is glowing.
What did they say about this forest again?
Smudge starts speaking as she's lipping at your palm. She says,
Oh, we are in the domain of the god of the border woods. His acolytes are all around us as we speak. Apple, please? Apple, please?
Momori hands Smudge the apple as she's shaking uncontrollably.
They mean you no harm. They are simply observing those that pass through their god's domain.
Oh no, that chipmunk was gonna kill me. It saw the apple that I had.
Only if you fuck with the trees.
Yeah, I wasn't doing anything. All I was doing was eating my apple, and it approached.
Neither was the chipmunk.
It was a violent approach. You couldn't see the darkness in its heart that I did.
A violent
terrifying.
bounding.
Oh, so bold of humans to talk of dark hearts. Wouldn't you like to know what the most recent humans in our woods have been doing?
You hear being called at you from a fox with glowing golden eyes that has creeped its way through the underbrush.
Nope, we're leaving actually. Nope. Momori puts the cart around Smudge. We were just leaving. We're not staying.
Momori, just cover your ears and close your eyes. I'm talking to this fox.
Momori climbs into the cart in the ball and puts her hood up.
Mateo takes out the poster of Nasty and he shows it to the fox. Was it this guy by any chance?
Fox bristles and bares its teeth.
Evil human, ruining the woods for our precious god. We were charged as the overseers of this woods, and these nasty humans, they go about trampling our temples, ruining our shrines, leaving icky magic all over this space. We're sick of cleaning up after humans. Get out of here!
Well, it's okay.
Can we do what the fox says, please? Please?
Yes, actually, the scary, throwy one is right. We don't want any more humans in these woods.
She was throwing an offering into
That-
your precious woods.
Oh, come on.
Apples
really?
are great, right, Smudge? We all love apples.
Apples do make excellent offerings, yes. These humans are correct in that front. And for what it's worth, these humans have a modicum of respect for most godly possessions, one can argue.
Memori coughs from inside the cart.
The farm one does a lot of goodwill towards gods.
And the fox is looking at your group up and down. Again, hackles still kind of raised, posture still untrusting.
Well, we're looking for this guy to teach him a lesson. We're on your side. It's okay.
Sniffs at you, Mateo, and sniffs at the poster.
Stinky wood rot one. What business do you have with this human?
We're gonna beat him up and steal his things.
I'm sorry, what are we doing with this guy? I feel like,
Rami, just shh. It's cool.
I mean, he did try to do that to us when we first met, so.
He did blow up our temple, so
I'm sorry, he did what?
I can explain everything later.
The fox chimes in.
If you can manage to drive out the stinky, smelly, rotty one from our woods,
Was he still here?
the ones that smell like him are. He's been causing quite a stir around these parts. If you can get rid of him and his followers, perhaps we'll let you move through unscathed by the followers of the god of the border woods.
And now this fox is trying to, puff itself up to look even more dramatic.
Alright. Fox, that is your name. Do you have a name?
The fox blinks and scurries back into the woods before a sparrow flies down and lands on Smudge's back end, glowing eyes again.
My name is Epoki. I'm the sprite of the border woods, servant to the god, and responsible for all who walk through these spaces.
So you're like his secretary.
I prefer the term second in command.
Secretaries do have a very hard job. That wasn't a slight on them. Anyway, yes, we will talk to these clowns that are hanging around and get them out of here. We just want safe passage through. We don't mean to cause any trouble.
Ipaki flaps its wings before giving a sharp nod of its head. It says,
There's a disturbed shrine further down that side of the woods. If you can figure out who's responsible for messing things up over there,
and for emphasis, pecks on Smudge's rear end.
and set the shrine back to its rightful state, then you can have safe passage through these woods, and I won't call the god down upon ye.
Memori's head pops back up. Hey, Pohi, did, one of these clowns, have, maybe cat ears, cat feet?
Flits over to you, lands on your thigh as you're, huddled up in the back.
You know the mischief one. You know the smashy one.
Oh my gosh! Get Tacky! Hey guys, Get Tacky's here!
Oh, great.
Memori beams!
The kitty smashy snacky one was way too excited about busting up our shrines. Get her out of here.
Oh, don't worry. We'll take her far away. Memori, sits up, more alert now. Alright, I can get behind this plan. What about you guys?
The chipmunk scared you, but not the one who basically killed you.
Well, that's different, alright?
I don't see the difference. Actually, I
difference
do see the
is
difference, and I don't understand why it's like switched in your head.
the point is we grab Clown Gang, we fix up their little shrine ding, and we get out of here. Well, I mean, we have to figure out where Nasty is and get him too, but Pohe, can you show us where these clowns are hanging out? Or
Okay, gives a sharp little nod of his little bird head and blinks out of the sparrow body before white-tailed deer steps out and gives a nod of their head.
This way. The riffraff is over here. They're in the midst of destroying another shrine.
And he leads you down the path and then slightly off the path into a less trafficked area of these woods.
As we're following this deer, Mateo just like whispers to Rami. So these guys are, yes, they have caused some problems, but they can be reasoned with. So if we can avoid fighting them, that would be ideal.
These are the people that attacked our temple that you guys said you couldn't find. That
Only one
apparently
of
you
them
found?
did. Rami, only one of them did.
Yeah,
And
and-
yes, and don't...
Yeah, only one of them did, and it's the one that we're specifically looking at, like, now? And you want me to not fight her?
If it makes you feel any better, I shot her eye out.
Oh. I mean, yeah, it does a little bit.
Don't mention it. She doesn't know that I was the one who did that.
Okay, so clearly you have not told me everything that went down on the last trip you took out, like, outside of town. I feel like there's a lot I need to be caught up on.
I did leave out some things, yes.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. So not on site, but
Please don't. She will be very confrontational, I imagine. It's best if she doesn't know that you are cool with the gods. Maybe, I don't know. Just don't, like, encourage her bad behavior, I guess.
sure thing. And kind of reaffirms his grip on his staff as you all make your way further deeper into the woods. Meanwhile, Epoche is leading the way and starts sniffing at the air. Says,
Yes. The stinky, rotty magic. It's coming from over here, I think. Where they even found such foul stuff is beyond me. But it's tainting these woods and it's making our god act strange. Weird magic.
and then sniffs back towards you all. Says,
You said you're familiar with these clowns, you called them?
Yes.
correct on every level.
Is that why you smell this way?
What do you mean?
You have that decay smell on you. Like the clowns did. Are you sure you're not one of them?
Oh, we Mateo takes out the like armband. We confiscated this from the last place we were at. We're going to destroy it.
skitters back,
Stuff. Ugh.
tilts its head towards Smudge.
I don't know how she can tolerate being around it. Foul, icky, nasty stuff. It's not right. Whatever that magic is, it's not right. This one reeks of it.
Tilts head at Sildra.
Hey.
I won't say no offense intended, but of the whole group, you're coated in that ick magic. You're not aware of that?
I mean, no.
It spreads so easily. Best be careful. Best not handle that stuff too much.
Puts the bracer away.
What do you mean by handle it? I mean, I don't.
You did
think
touch the staff.
I don't have it on me.
But it did, like, explode on both of us.
Is it on them too? And they point to Mateo.
Mm,
Gives a whiff.
only because this one is holding the stinky thing. But it's not of you.
But it is of me.
Tilt's head.
What do you smell if I do this and they summon a firebolt in their hand?
Smells of green. Like, oh, you're of the harvest variety. And
Another sniff.
do I detect a hint of storm?
I mean, I guess.
It's curious. Your magic smells of something else. It's your magic, or the magic bestowed upon you some time ago. But it's next to that now. You carry something else in you. Did you do that?
What? What? What do you mean something else?
Mateo, like, picks up a stick and casts frostbite on it. Like, can you smell this?
Sniffs again, and really shakes its head back and forth and says,
How did you do that? Stinky one, you wait. How did you... Now, how did
I
you
could
do
use a different nickname.
Stinky one will come back to you. Please be patient. This one has magic I haven't smelled before. You don't smell like a god.
and now Apoki is kind of like shoving its nose like in and under your coats, like just getting all up in there.
That's the first time I've ever smelled a human who does magic, but no god smell on it. That's not right.
Well, this has been fascinating.
No, what about you?
Nope.
You all have some
Nope,
sort of magic
nope.
smell upon you. No, sniff,
Nope.
sniff, sniff,
Nope,
sniff.
you do not need to sniff me.
Maury, let it happen. We're learning a lot here. We're all getting sniffed.
No, we don't need to learn anything about. Nope. Mamori stumbles away from Sniffy Deer.
You smell far away.
Yeah, I'm from far away, so that makes sense. This has been great. Where they are, friends, I mean, these clowns are?
Oh, we should be getting close. They should be...
And Apoki goes back to leading the way. But not before trying to catch one more whiff of you, Mamori.
Nope, Mamori dodges back.
Humans are so silly.
Sildra sniffs their overalls.
No. Mamori snickers. Stinky.
As you all are making your way down, you start hearing ruckus in the woods ahead. You hear whoops and hollers and what sounds like crashing rocks as you hear what sounds like startled birds flying away overhead.
Riffraff. I'll leave you to it. If they're not out of these woods by sundown, we're gonna have issues. Get the stinky clowns out of here.
Fair enough.
Apoki takes its leave, but not before taking one lingering sniff at you, Sildra, and saying,
It's worse on your rod. Maybe fix that.
before walking away back into the woods.
What a weird little deer.
You can hear what sounds like a handful of people just making a scene just over a ridge from where you're all hiding out.
Mamori marches over to take a peek.
Mori, you look up over the ridge and look down into a little bit of a gulch in the woods, river running through, and you can see a group of people just trampling the hell out of what was a humble forest shrine. You can see its contents scattered across the forest floor as 3 familiar-looking faces seem to be having a really good time of this, with one in particular cackling like a madwoman as you see Gitaki perched on top of the remains of this toppled shrine, laughing her ass off at the antics that she, Damos, and Draxa have been getting up to. The destruction in their wake of shrine vandalism.
Oi, Gitaki! Memori
God.
screams. No! Memori waves her hands enthusiastically. Hey dudes, it's been forever!
3 heads whip around in your direction, and Gitaki's ears flatten all the way back as the fur on her wrist stands straight up, and she leaps to her feet. She says, "Oh, you again. All right, let's do this. Round 2. Come on."
Memori pulls out
No.
Nugget with her with the training head on. Alright, come at me, bro.
She very nearly leaps at you before Damos and Draxa each hold her back by an arm. They're like, nope. You heard the boss. We are here on a mission. We get in and out. And hey, by the way, glad you're still not dead. We'll be out of here in a minute. Gitaki, for real this time. I am not bailing you out if you lose another eye or limb or whatever the hell. We're in, we're out. No more fuss. Come on.
Memori runs down the hill.
Hisses at you. What are you doing here?
I'd be up for a little bit of sparring if, your friends would let you.
Oh, you won't.
Mateo
Sildra
starts to follow down.
hooks
Roughly.
their fishing rod at the back of Memori's clothes.
Hey! Wait! Hold up. You're not betraying me like this. We're just gonna spar a little bit. Come on, what's the harm? We're rivals.
Marty, you're gonna smack Nugget into a tree.
You're right. I don't want any more talking chipmunks. That was not. How about we get out of here and then we spar?
I'm sorry, is this some sort of an ambush? What the hell is this?
No.
No, if it was an ambush, you'd be dead.
Oh my. Mori! Do you think before words exit your mouth?
Not particularly.
What are you guys doing here?
Damos, hands up, slicks hair back, trying to act cool. He's like, just a couple of teens hanging out in the woods.
Looks like you're destroying a shrine.
We're not hurting people. Wow, nothing gets past this one. And Drax steps in front of Gitaki. She's like, "Can you please control yourself this time?" She says, "New assignment. We've been officially kicked off actual cool shrine stealing duties, and now we have been reassigned to shrine enhancement crew per our wonderful leader's orders."
Quite the renovation.
Oh, we're not done yet. Hold on. And as she's kind of kicking through the wreckage and sees a few doodads and baubles, she's like, this is coming with me. And just pockets a couple of extra gold coins.
Why haven't all of the creatures here that are all pissed off at you hurt you yet? I'm confused. They're threatening us for just showing up, but you guys are fine.
Oh, yeah, that'll be, and she throws a thumb over her shoulder as you can see a little bit of a smoking crater just behind them, again with the iconic heretic sigil burned into the ground. She says, "Yeah, boss's banishment bombs have really undergone some impressive revamps over the last month or so. Very excited at the results. Yeah, these forest freaks aren't going to get within probably 100 yards of us."
That's an effective bomb. Where is Nasty, by the way? Just out of curiosity.
Gataki looks you up and down. She's like, why do you need to know?
We have a business
Um,
opportunity for him.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah, likely story. Looks at Rami, she says, business opportunity. Mm-hmm. Tell me, new guy. Who are you? What are you doing here? Why are you looking for a boss? Town guard send you? Coming after little clown crew? And she's like getting up in his face. You can see he's like giving a tight smile back, but he's got a pretty solid grip on his quarterstaff.
Mateo puts a hand on Rami's shoulder and kind of like tries to push him back a little bit, and he's like, "He's my bodyguard."
Oh, Memori like pushes her hands on her cheeks. That's so cute.
Rami's a little bit flustered at that. But Kataki is laughing in your face. She's like, wow, I didn't think you were that important to warn a bodyguard. Tell me, Mr. Whatever your name was, what exactly are you all doing just so far from that backwater town of yours?
Pretty sure we already told you.
A business opportunity. It's above your pay grade.
Flat ears.
Ooh.
Flat piss kitty ears. Well, then I guess it's above my pay grade to tell you where our boss is at these days, isn't it?
That's cool. We can all go together.
You stay away from me. I'm not interested in hanging out with. I don't know why you assume we have some sort of rapport here. We have no rapport here. I left you dead in the woods, and then you didn't die.
Yeah, isn't that great? Like, it's our second chance at friendship.
Memori, if you keep talking, it's going to be your second chance at death.
Come on now. You don't think she could take me a second time, do you?
Yes.
You want to find out? No.
Kinda. Yes. Alright, as much as I do want to take you on again, we're kind of on a tight timeline.
Oh, right. You guys are important people with bodyguards and places to be. Sorry. Please, just do whatever you need to do here. Why do you think, like, what do you want from us?
What we already said. We keep telling you. I mean, I want to spar with you, and also, like, we want to find because we really do need his help.
What kind of help you need him for? And Drax is now looking at you a little bit more seriously.
Well, you know, the usual saving the world kind of stuff.
Bombs. We need bombs.
Oh,
Yep, that.
okay. I mean, I don't think they're like ready for, wholesale yet, but
That's all right.
listen, even if we want to take you to the boss, like, he's not exactly taking visitors right now. He's on a new kick, so to speak. So, I mean, chances are you're going to try and track him down one way or another, but I'm telling you right now, you're probably not going to get much out of him. So,
That's fine. That's for us to find out.
Has he been weird lately?
all three of them kind of like glance at each other. Gataki clears her throat. She's like, I mean, he's a circus freak. He's kind of weird all the time, you know?
Sure, but like you know him. Has he been acting differently?
Squints eyes at you. Taki sizes you up, Mateo. Mateo, go ahead and make a persuasion check for me.
Hmm. That's a 6.
Hmm.
There's some kind of magical sickness going around.
Yeah, real believable. Yeah, rolls her eyes at you. Yeah, I don't really have to tell you anything, actually. our boss is fine. Like I said, he's a circus weirdo who dabbles in weird magical relics as a hobby while also taking the circus thing way too seriously.
Oh yeah, you guys don't like being clowns. Forgot about that.
Some people love it. Some people, this is the lifestyle that we know and willingly choose and accept and would love new members. And just saying, always taking, applications. Hey, Sildra, new guy? Huh? You're always welcome back in the clown house, buddy.
Where's the kid?
Bobino
Yeah,
is
where's Bean?
notably not with this group right now.
Yeah.
Drax is kind of like, so we kind of figured after everything that went down last time we did a field mission that he is better off staying at camp. And he's been giving us a silent treatment for the last few weeks about it. But he's safe, and honestly, probably for the best going forward that he's, not exposed to seeing strangers again get brutally murdered in the woods. It was a lot for, an 8-year-old.
Yeah, that's fair.
Can't argue with that.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, if we're done here and Gataki is turning her back on you all, she's like, I have a shrine I need to finish destroying. Again, per my new job description. And she gives one last big kick over an effigy of an owl statue.
You seem pretty excited about being demoted.
Honestly, the opportunity to steal relics from some slack-jawed god worshippers, that was all well and good. And you can see Rami very noticeably clamps his jaw shut as she's just talking shit. But honestly, the best part about that last raid was getting to go wild in that temple. And now the new job is just kind of that. I gotta say, it feels really good. For whatever reason, Boss is less about relics these days and more about spreading some love. And I am all for the change of heart. And she clears what little remains of the altar inside the shrine out before she reaches into her cloak. She says, the piece de resistance. Very important orders to make sure that we leave a little something before we head off to the next stop.
Is it like a cookie? Do you have the cookie? I'd be interested in a cookie.
Yeah, it's a real sweet treat, all right. Check this out. And from the inside of her cloak, you see what looks like was once maybe a carefully welded together flower that what once was made of leftover relic parts and pieces has now been completely petrified. And as she places it in the heart of the shrine, you can see the petrified flower start to glow a sickly green as the petrification begins to spread through the rest of the shrine, completely taking over everything that once belonged to this god of the border woods, and in a flash turns that iridescent stone that you are all very familiar with by now, leaving a lingering smell of rotting wood in the air. Boss's orders.
Hey, Gataki?
Yes.
You happen to know what that does?
As far as I'm aware, it gives a big ol' middle finger to whatever god I'm stomping around. That's enough for me. It drives out the god's presence in this space. I get a payday of whatever leftover relics are here. And the boss is happy as a clam.
Yeah, but what if I told you that that thing is feeding an even bigger, badder god? that kind of wants to, destroy everything.
I'd say you're gonna have to prove it. Because from where I'm standing, these weird relics are the gift that keeps on giving. And she, from the heart of the shrine, pulls out the petrified flower relic, as well as a new petrified relic of an owl statue.
Shit.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping this time we could, have a friendly fight. Instead of, feel like this is leading up to, a fight. The Memori size.
I mean, I have no issue starting a fight, Memori, if you,
What is going on here?
That was Rami being,
Oh, okay.
ready to throw down. Sorry, my character voices are getting jumbled.
You're fine.
It's all good. I 100% that was Gataki.
No, Jackie. Getting a little excited.
Guys, before you finish that whole process, can we talk outside of the forest?
Pretty sure as soon as we leave this bombed area, the forest helpers might have some things to say about the shrine.
Yeah, I'm really scared of a chipmunk and a songbird.
Oh, no, I wasn't saying that for your sake. I was saying that for hers.
No, listen, you know as well as I do, I'm not a fan of the gods, but what you're doing here, it's like what you did at the temple, Gataki.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I know.
You're making a grave mistake. If you want to fight the gods, I'd understand. But what you're doing right now is putting everything else here at risk. And Gataki, you shouldn't do that.
Well, let's not talk about shoulds or shouldn'ts here. Gataki, I believe that your boss has been taken over by an old god, older than anything you have ever seen. Think about it. When all of this magic that he can now do, where the hell did that come from?
She tosses her hair over her shoulder as Damas and Drax are now kind of looking at you, Mateo, a little bit more seriously. I mean, Boss has been tampering with weird relics for, literal years. Alright, if he's picked up a little bit of magic in the meantime, okay, so it's rubbing off on him.
What's his favorite color?
Stupid, obnoxious, gaudy red.
Then why is he green on this poster?
Maybe he's trying out a different look. I don't know.
Why would he make this magic red and paint the town red? Think about it. He's different.
Give us a minute. You see Damos kind of pull the two girls aside. He's like, we're not going anywhere. Just need to and you can kind of hear them whispering angrily at each other now.
Memori, we can't reason with her about morals or what you should be doing. I've knew someone like her before, okay? You have to talk on her terms.
Oh.
She doesn't want to be helping a god.
But she is. That's a problem.
I know.
Okay. You know what? Fine. You can do the talking. I'm not really good at it. I trust you, Mateo.
Group unbreaks, and Damos is leading the front with the other two girls, staring, kind of, giving you a little bit of a hairy eyeball, trying to figure out what exactly the play is here. And Damos says, Okay. Say, hypothetically, just hypothetically, our wonderful beloved boss is behaving in a different direction these days. So taking some new creative, liberties that he's not typically known to take. How bad does it have to get before it's a problem? Like just out of curiosity, if suddenly went from being all about the freedom of creative expression and the joys of entertaining the masses, while only sometimes, being interested in general shrine larceny, to a little bit more fixated on corrupting shrines wherever we can find them. Using these weird relics that he keeps stumbling upon because they keep popping up when we go to look for weird relics for his, alchemy situation. How many shrines do we have to be told to corrupt before that becomes a problem, personality-wise?
How many have you?
Jesus.
You can see them all, like, counting on their fingers. Like, 12 or 13? Whereas before it would just be kind of like, grab whatever you can when you pass a shrine. Now it's leave a relic, corrupt, take a relic, and, move on to the next one sort of deal. The goal is no longer, bring relics back for boss to tinker and experiment with, and now it's just kind of turn all these weird shrines to stone now. It seems to be a fun new fixation of his. Is that bad? How bad is that?
Pretty bad.
You're kind of fueling the apocalypse right now.
No,
No, I know, it's very funny. I'm trying to be real with you right now. There's a very old god. You know about the old ones in our town hearth, right?
All three very serious now.
There is something that they are scared of. Something very terrible. A something that wants to be more powerful than a god. And they love it when you petrify things to stone with its magic.
Mateo, make a persuasion check. With advantage this time.
Okay. So 14. Okay, 14's the winning.
You see Gitaki's posture shift and then go from something that was, if closed off, still fairly self-confident, to something noticeably less sure of herself. Boss has always been weird, but he's never not cared about us. But it seems like he cares a lot about this new venture that he calls it. It's not like him. And if you're saying that there's like a god or whatever involved in what he's doing, he's gonna flip his lid. So you had better be right about whatever you're talking about. If you're not, well, I'll let you be the one to tell him what he's dealing with exactly.
That's fine, I'll talk to him.
Well, hope you're ready for a show, you all. Got a big one coming up. As Gitaki and the three of them start walking away from the shrine, Damos gestures over his shoulder to the group of you all and leads you out of the border woods. Story Hoard is produced by Grace, Maddie, Margaret, and Kev.
Our theme song was written and composed by Vocal Outburst. Follow for updates and artwork on Twitter and Tumblr at StoryHoardPod, or visit our website at storyhoard.card.co. You can find all these links and more in the description of this episode.
I love Mamori so much. I love Mamori so much.
Yes.
Ah,
Mamori
she's
ran
so
away from a
fun.
chipmunk.
Oh, she's like, hey, best friend!
My best friend Kataki.
Hi!
Yep.
I love this talking animal.
Oh! I
He's
mean,
mostly
yes.
a person.